What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Crash Blade Gaming video. I'm your host, Crash, and we have a really awesome deck that I don't think nobody is talking about because it can struggle against top tier decks, I'll be honest, but I mean, it can also beat them. I've beaten Inteleon VMAX, I've beaten VMAX with this deck. It does struggle against Single Strike Urshifu and Gengar though, because they can one-shot us. But other than that, this deck is amazingly good, and it's just because of one card, really, from Brilliant Stars, and that's the Choice Belt. It bumps up the attack just enough so that we two-shot everything, and everything has two-shot us, but we play Cheryl, and they can't handle it. Let's get into the Pokemon question of the day. Welcome back to the Pokemon question of the day, and if I forgot to mention in the intro, I live streamed this deck, which was really good, so go check that out on Twitch. But let's get over and go into the last video's question. I have to record this early, so sorry if you get the answer correct. I will still keep track of your points, and I will mention that if you're a winner or not, sometime in the near future. I'm recording a little bit early a couple videos because I have to. Anyways, this Ice-type Pokemon is born in snow clouds and has a pretty mean-looking face. Who is this Pokemon? And if you happen to guess Cryogonal, you'd be correct. You earn yourself a point. You'd be that much closer to winning some free prizes on PTCGO. Now let's just roll into this video's question. This flying type Pokemon has a really long, large beak and is mostly covered in brown feathers. Its wings are also fairly large, which allow this Pokemon to fly all day. Who is this Pokemon? Go ahead and leave your answer in the comment section down below, and just as always, remember, you got to be the first one to get the question right to get a point, and accumulate a total of 3 points to win the free stuff. So good luck with that. There are a few people who already have points, so you need to catch up if you haven't participated. And let's get into the deck list. I know I did a video on this guy recently, but with Brilliant Stars coming out, this deck just got a whole lot better. And let me tell you why. If you check out my live stream I did, it's posted on Twitch, went on, I believe, an 8 win streak when I was live streaming, so that was pretty fun. But this guy's attack, G-Max Spiral, does 70 damage, and if you put an energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand, it does 70 more damage, so you're doing 140 damage. And it's a Rapid Strike Pokemon, so you get to use the energy, Rapid Strike energy, for just one single attachment. You're doing 140 damage, and it comes back to your hand, which gives you the ability to use Cheryl without discarding your energies. This will heal all damage from our evolution Pokemon, and we discard all energies if we heal the Pokemon in that way, but the energy comes off of the Inteleon. And let's go back to Inteleon. They has a double gunner ability. We discard a water energy from our hand, and we do 20 damage to 2 of our opponent's bench Pokemon, which comes in handy for certain matchups, which is really good. And then we have the Octillery, the character rare, which I like, is the Rapid Strike Search. Lets us search for a Rapid Strike card, and most of our deck has the Rapid Strike tag on it. And of course, we're playing a 4-4-3 line of the Inteleons, 2 quick shooters to help snipe the bench, 1 shady dealings to get some Cheryls out, because that's mainly what we use these Drizziles for. Sometimes we'll go for something else. And the one card that makes this deck that much better is Choice Belt. It allows us to do 30 more damage to our opponent's active V, which is insane. We're doing 170 damage for just 1 energy. That 2 shots every single Pokemon VMAX in the format if they don't have a big Charlon, like Duraludon. Duraludon's a little bit of a tough matchup, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. But yeah, this deck 2-shots everything. Everything has to 2-shot us for the most part, but we heal, they don't, we win. That's how it goes. So we got 4 Evolution Incense, 4 Level Balls, 4 Quick Balls, 1 Scoop Up Net just to reuse Drizziles and things like that, 2 Pats of the Peak. You could play 3. I don't see a reason to play more than 2 or 3 because you don't come across Duraludons that much, but if you do, that's one of the reasons this is in here, and Mew VMAX. We play 1 Tower of Waters just in case we need that free retreat sometime, and 1 Training Court to cycle our water energies to keep using the double gunner ability every turn. If we have a double gunner and 1 Inteleon, that's 60 damage we're doing to the bench. 2 Inteleons, that's 80. You can knock out things pretty quickly. And we just have 2 Marnies, 2 Researches, 2 Karina's Focus. We can search that out with Octillery, 2 Boss's Orders. And that's the deck. You could trade Evolution Incense for Ultra Ball, but I find it hard sometimes to have to discard 2 cards until you get to the late game. And by the late game, you're not really needing most cards you would Ultra Ball for. So it's, you know, pick your poison, do whatever you want to do with. And like I said, if we're not playing up against matches that one-shot us, we can win pretty comfortably. If we are, we just kind of have to be smarter than our opponents and only have them be able to one-shot 1 Inteleon VMAX and make them go through another. But yeah, let's get into the matches I have. Ooh, we got a pretty good start here. We have a Inteleon in the act of a Quick Ball and an Evolution Incense. I don't think I want to play much out of this hand besides the Quick Ball, but the boss's orders might be good for next turn, so we will hold on to what we got. Just in case they play maybe a Gengar. Gengar it is. We can get this Gengar into the active spot this coming turn and get the first hit off, and hopefully they won't be able to knock out my Inteleon VMAX, that is. Yeah, my VMAX. Choice Belt onto the Gengar, so we can boss up that Gengar, get the first hit. Just kidding, we get Marnie. Bummer. There goes that entire plan I was just talking about, unless we get another boss off the Marnie, which we don't, but we still have an Evolution Incense and another Inteleon V. So we have to play this match very smartly, I should say, because Gengar does one-shot, and as long as we can stop them from somehow getting 2 one-shots off, we should be okay. And actually, if they don't get another Houndour down, we're going to be in a pretty good position. I might even... They don't get another Houndour out. That's really good. So let's Evolution Incense. That'll get us an Octillery. And the Octillery can get us our VMAX, which I like. Boom. Got our VMAX already. That's looking pretty good. We can put down another Inteleon V. And let's go ahead and G-Max Spiral to knock out this Houndour. And we have a handful of energy, so next turn the Octillery might go for a Karina's Focus. Level Ball also gets us a Sobble. I mean a Drizzile actually, and our opponent's Gengar is not going to be doing too well. And we can also knock out this Liepard. Path to the Peak does not bother us at all because we seldom use our Double Gunner ability. We top deck the boss's orders, which is always good to see. Let's go ahead and use our Rapid Strike Search. I think we're going to go ahead and get out the other VMAX and use the boss's orders this turn. That seems like a good idea to me. We'll hold the level ball for a Drizzile in case we need it. Let's go ahead and boss. And we can get the first hit onto this Gengar V. Half shotting it. If it evolves, we still take a knockout no matter what. So we are good to go here. Opponent's dead wrong, which is great for us. This deck will excel in this. They could put us to sleep, however, but that won't matter. Ooh, they got a Gengar VMAX. They already manually attached. Fear and Panic is the best they can do, and we will go ahead and take ourselves a knockout while we get to heal off the damage, which might make our opponent concede right now. Let's go ahead and Rapid Strike Search for another Sobble. That's always good for us. Oops, get that out the way. There's a Sobble. There's a Drizzile. This is going for our Cheryl. And Cheryl. There it is. And then we heal off the damage. And then we take a knockout. Simple as that. And then we're going to boss up that Houndour next turn. What? Another level ball for a Drizzile is always good. Another Evolution Incense for a Drizzile is always good. We can get the Quick Shooter out, which I think we'll need to knock out a Houndour. Houndoom is 130. No, we're doing 140. So we can definitely knock out this Houndoom. And keep our hand, and then we have a boss's orders for the Liepard, and boom! We're good to go. Our opponent unfortunately had a bad start, which, thanks, opponent, I appreciate it. But honestly, we have beaten Gengar VMAX before. If you watch the live stream, I might even post a couple live stream matches on this video. But if you watch that, you'll see how much of a win streak I went on with this deck. It was pretty amazing. Actually, they attached the Gengar 190. We could actually just take a knockout on this Gengar. Let's go ahead and do that. We top decked the Inteleon. We don't even need to do anything. Let's quick shoot the Gengar. We will attach the energy. We will level ball for a Drizzile. And this guy's going to go grab us our boss's orders. And that'll be game. Let's go ahead and boss up the Gengar. And well played, opponent. I agree. Unfortunately, you didn't get a good start up, but we did. And that's the consistency of our Inteleon deck. Alright, our opponent's starting off with a Mincino. We're starting off with Inteleon. but the rest of our hand doesn't look that great. Let's go ahead and play down the Inteleon, play down the Training Court, just so I can draw a couple more cards with the Korean's Focus here. Hopefully, none of that was good. Alright, well, we'll have 2 Inteleon VMAXs next turn, and we will have an energy for Double Gunner, but other than that, we're not going to have so much. So I think we're going up against a Moltres fighting deck here. No Zoroark. Some kind of Zoroark build. See how we do. We got to watch out for Sableye and Moltres, things like that. Seems like that type of deck here. So we need a top deck, a Quick Ball. I think that would be the best thing for us to get a Drizzile eventually. And we'll see what our opponent does. Luckily they have the little Call for Family Mincino, so we will have some targets for our Double Gunner ability, thankfully. And we have a Training Court, so we'll be able to do it twice next turn, which is actually pretty nice. So we can target down these Cincinos. We top deck another Cheryl. It's not what we want to see right now, but it's what we got to work with. So we're going to work with it. Alright, Double Gunner. Boom, boom. And we got the Training Court. Get that back. And Double Gunner again. Boom, boom. And then we pass the turn because we need to top deck something like a Sobble or an energy. The Rapid Strike energy, of course. That's what we need to top deck. Though 2, 3 more Double Gunners and these guys go down. That's a plus. The Flapple, though, will be doing 100 damage, it seems. Or they could get out another Pokemon. A Weezing. Ugh. That's going to be a pain. We can't boss his orders around this Weezing. They're going to retreat right into it. That's a bummer. So now if we just need to research or top deck the energy that I want, and we'll be okay. And we have Cheryl anyway. There's a Clara. We gotta watch out for Sableye though. Always be wary of Sableye. Another Zoroark for Phantom Transformation. They still only have a Flapple. They get another Cincino down. Their deck is rolling while we are stalling. Not looking good. Not looking good. This is one of the worst starts I've had with this deck. Usually I'm okay. Top deck a Research, which seems good to me. Let's go ahead and throw these guys away. Need to get some energies and Pokemon going. We miss out on some energies though. But we can do that. We can Quick Ball away. Guess an energy. Get a Remoraid. And we can get that back. Put that on our bench one and pass the turn. Next turn I think we will try to find a way to retreat. Maybe we can Marnie next turn. And set up the other Inteleon VMAX, possibly. But our opponent's going to be able to get whatever cards they need. Thankfully, we have the Marnie. Maybe we'll be able to get into a Golisopod. What do you do? Okay, he's going to be doing 130 damage. What did they just get with the Evo Incense? They're going to discard it for me. They got a Wormadam. Okay. Palpad to get back some supporters. Seems fine to me. I should play a Palpad. I just lost 2 Cheryls. I need to fit a Palpad in this deck somehow. What else does my opponent got? What else do they got? More severe poison. Okay. We top deck a Choice Belt. I'll go ahead and play it. And then we can Marnie. We get into an Octillery. A boss's orders is good for next turn. That will let me use my abilities, which is cool. Let's go ahead and get the water energy back. Let's play that there and pass. So if my Inteleon stays alive next turn, I can boss up something else. And then I can use my Rapid Strike Search to get me the Tower of Waters, even though I don't want to do it. Maybe just a double the Rapid Strike energy, and I can level ball for a Drizzile to Cheryl. But I would much rather retreat this one because Cheryl doesn't heal poison. And that's going to be affecting us. Energy assist back into the Wheezing. That's cool. 160, 120. Actually, they can knock me out, but they already did do a hard retreat, so they might not have another switch. I think I'll go for the Altaria. That seems like a good Pokemon to go after, but they can always Zoroark into it anyways. Okay. Top deck the Drizzile. But we have to play the boss, so we will do that. We'll play the boss. Rapid Strike Search for this. We'll play the Drizzile here. We'll grab a Cheryl just in case they can't knock it out. We will have one. And then we will attach that. We will retreat into the fresh one. And we will G-Max Spiral. Let's put that back in our hand. Take out the Altaria. Maybe I should have gone after a Cincino, but we get a prize, and it's a Rapid Strike energy. That's a good one. And they go into their Zoroark, not the Wheezing. That's an interesting choice. Now I can use Double Gunner twice. Bird Keeper. That seems cool. They're almost out of cards, too. They're down to 14 cards. I wonder what they're waiting for. Me to knock out more Pokemon. They have... I'm going to assume they have a Moltres in their deck. Altaria has free retreat. But you just did a hard retreat. There's the Moltres. That's what I was waiting for. And you're going to transform into the Altaria, I assume. The Flapple. Choice Belt, 130 damage. Seems cool. They're down to 9 cards. They're going to do 130 damage. I'm going to Cheryl all that damage off and we will be fine. They played a Bird Keeper, so there's no boss's orders coming. Ooh, 230. Because we got a bunch of abilities in play. So we'll play that Cheryl. Fill up our damages. Use the Double Gunner ability. Go after these guys. Use the Training Court, get it back. Double Gunner again. 1, 2. Seems good. We will Rapid Strike Search for a Quick Shooter. Play the Quick Shooter. And we will take a knockout on one of the Cincinos. Sounds good to me. Evolution Incense is a good card for me to have. Let's go with the Rapid Strike energy there. Play that for another Sobble. Play that down. And then we will G-Max Spiral for the knockout. Now we're down to just 3 more prizes. And next turn we can research if we absolutely have to. They promote the Wheezing, which they should have kept in the active, but it would have got knocked out anyway. They use a Clara. That's going to get back a Zoroark line, I imagine, and some energies. 2 Zoruas. And 1 energy. Alright. So they're going to poison this Inteleon VMAX. We might let one go down. We will be able to take 2 prizes next turn. Oh, no, we won't. But we'll be able to take 2 prizes the following turn, especially if this Wheezing stays in the active. So we just knock out the Wheezing. They come back and knock out our VMAX. And then we knock out whatever they bring up. And the Cincino on the bench. Unless they have a Scoop Up Net. Which would make that plan a little bit more tricky. So let's go ahead and do that. Do we Marnie? Yeah, we can Marnie. Why not? I don't need that water energy. I have another one in the discard. And that might mess up our opponent. And we got Drizziles and Inteleons. So that's all good. Let's go ahead and G-Max Spiral in. Take the knockout on the Wheezing. They might promote another Wheezing, but if they do, then we're good. We're golden. Alright, they promote the Moltres. The Moltres should be able to take a knockout. I think I only have 240 HP. It's doing 220. Oh, it's only doing 220. Plus the 4 poison counters. So, there's that. Alright, hopefully they don't draw into a Scoop Up Net or something like that. That will make it tougher on me. They dig into a Zoroark. They have 1 Clara in the discards. They probably have another. And they are going to transform into a Flapple. Okay. Choice Belt onto the Flapple and a Clara. They played the Clara. That means they can't get back another Moltres. Interesting choice there, friend. But do they have the Scoop Up Net to scoop up their Cincino? That is the question. Can they scoop up their Cincino? If they can't, we win, and we're just chilling, waiting for them to knock out our VMAX. We win. They can't knock out that. They can't bring up that Cincino anymore. Awesome. Fair matchup, friend, but that's why I like having the double gunner ability in this build here. But we can just quick shoot. Say bye-bye. Take a prize. Choice Belt. And they concede. Alright, we're going up against Arceus, and we have a pretty good... Oh no. This would have been... Oh man, this would have been a great hand for going second. But unfortunately, we went first. I was going to say, this is a really good hand if we were going second. I could have kept calling Remoraid, Inteleon, another Sobble. We're going to have to deal with an Arceus attack and not be set up quite yet. So this will be interesting, and hopefully they don't Marnie us. They just do a Trinity charge, that's fine. And they charge themselves up. Okay. Well, we are just going to keep calling. And get down our guys. And then next turn, we hope this Inteleon doesn't get bossed. If they have Choice Band, well, they can definitely do it if they have the V-Star in their hand. Do they have the V-Star? Yep. All they need is a Boss's Orders, Choice Belt. Choice Belt. Yeah. Boss's Orders, Choice Belt knocks out my Inteleon V on the bench, which is going to make me keep calling again. So not the best start for us. Again, we would have loved to go second with that hand. If only you can choose after you see your hand. That would make the game more broken, wouldn't it? They had a V-Star in their hand. Are they going to use their V-Star power to take this knockout on the Inteleon on the bench? They already have the boss. Oh man, do they have... What is that? There's the V-Star power. That puts them a little bit ahead, which is not ideal for us. But honestly, if they just get another Boss's Orders, we're kind of done for. Okay. Path to the Peak don't care. And they don't get the knockout because they didn't get the Choice Belt. Huh. I'll take it. I will take it. That is cool with me. Let's go ahead and play down our Drizzile. Yes, I would like to go grab Cheryl. That way we have one Cheryl prized. Let's go into our VMAX. Let's go into our Octillery. Let's Cheryl. We will attach there. Rapid strike search for another Sobble. No, let's go for another Inteleon. Play that, and play that. And GMAX Spiral, saving that Drizzile we have in our hand for another Cheryl. And we have hit this V-Star and we're rolling. I think they should have gone for the Choice Belt instead of this Path to the Peak. But, I mean, Sharon's Care. Okay. Two can play this game, friend. We have Cheryl, you have Sharon's Care. That's fine. How many times can you do your Sharon's Care? Probably a lot. Let's see, no, they can't do it again, really. Realistically, they can't do it again. Alright, yep, we're gonna go get a Cheryl. We're gonna heal up this damage. This is gonna grab me a quick shooter. That will target the Sobble down. And we'll play that there. And we will GMAX Spiral, half hitting this RC's V-Star again. We are just waiting. Maybe they have another Sharon's Care in their hand, but if they do, they can't attack next turn. They don't have a way to attack just yet. Ah, Melanie. They can definitely retreat, but I do play Boss's Orders, and I will play Boss's Orders. I think. 180 plus 200. 120. Interesting. A Training Court. Do we have... Oh, the water energy's there. That's a bummer. Alright, let's quick shoot the Sobble. We're going to play the Training Court. They don't have any more things. I think Inteleon here. This will go for... This will go for a Quick Ball and Cheryl, I guess. Play that. Get a Drizzile down. I mean a Sobble. This can do that. We'll Rapid Strike search for another VMAX. And then we'll take a knockout and hope we get a Cheryl off the prizes. Or they just concede. They can't beat this. Well, I hope you like those matches. Those are just some of the few matches that I played with this deck. I went on an 8-win streak on my live stream on Twitch on PTCGO. So go ahead and check that out if you can. I'll try to bump up how long it stays on my Twitch channel. But I love playing this deck. It's so fun. It's so easy. And you just keep Cheryling and cycling the energy and double gunnering everything. And woo! You can beat a lot of decks like this. You can even beat Jolteon, but you don't see a lot of Jolteons anymore. But man, it's a fun deck to play. Your opponents get mad. They concede a lot. But yeah, we'll see you next time on Crash Blade Gaming.